Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. For the most part, the film adaptation of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is faithful to the book, although it suffers visually and tonally. The practical effects of the movie, which you'd think are preferable to CGI, and clearly nod to the FX makeup of things like classic Doctor Who, are just bizarre. Douglas Adams's sci-fi novel and the movie version both tell the story of Arthur Dent, seemingly last surviving human in the galaxy after an alien race known as the Vogons destroy Earth to build an intergalactic highway. Arthur is joined by Ford Prefect, a Betelgeusian alien who's writing the titular guide for traveling the galaxy. They meet up with other groovy aliens for a misadventure involving a supercomputer called Deep Thought and the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything, which is 42. The novel is seminal for its exploration of existentialism and remarkable humor. The problem is in trying to emulate what made the book hilarious, while adding prominence to a love triangle between Arthur and two other characters, the movie misses the mark. For The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, 75 of 103 the best-selling books of all time, 72 of 1235 the best novels ever written, 122 of 331 the top must-read books of all time. I, Robot. I, Robot is a famous short story collection from sci-fi grandmaster Isaac Asimov. Of course, if all of Asimov's robots acted according to the rules, there wouldn't be any stories. Instead, this collection shows robots behaving in peculiar ways as they struggle to attain individuality. A Will Smith vehicle from director Alex Proyas, who has amassed an improbable cult following. I, Robot addresses some aspects of Asimov's fiction, though the nuance of the source material is lost in a heavy-handed murder case involving a robot named Sonny and the man who created him. Detective Del Spooner Smith has a special interest in this case, since he doesn't trust robots. As Spooner chases Sonny, he discovers the robot isn't like the machines he distrusts. Its mind has somehow evolved. Sonny has emotions and can dream. The suspect's trail leads Spooner to a plot to mobilize all of the world's robots against humanity. I, Robot isn't the worst adaptation, though it takes suggestions of Asimov's work and then sticks the philosophical and scientific stuff into an action-heavy plot more interested in conspiracy than answering questions about creation, intelligence, and human nature. It might have helped if the story was told from the robot's perspective instead of Spooner's. Johnny Mnemonic. Sci-fi writer William Gibson, best known for his novel Neuromancer, a seminal work in the cyberpunk subgenre, published the short story Johnny Mnemonic a few years before the aforementioned novel, laying the groundwork, the most important era of his work. The story is about a data trafficker named Johnny, who's been implanted with a special neural storage device allowing him to safely transport top-secret information too sensitive to be shared over a computer network. His latest job gets him into hot water when he discovers the information he's carrying was stolen from the Yakuza, who have sent an assassin to deal with him. Now Johnny must make a run for it with precious cargo inside his head in order to survive. The movie handles the story differently, with additions to the plot that are intriguing but overcomplicated. Played by Keanu Reeves, the Johnny from the movie is trying to get his implant surgically removed in order to regain his memories, which have been blocked out by the storage space he needs to complete his jobs. One final data trafficking job will allow him to leave the game with enough money to get the surgery. Of course, things are never that simple, as several organizations are vying for the information inside Johnny's head. Unfortunately, the result is laughable. Once again, the issue was a major studio, TriStar in this case, trying to make an action movie out of a story more interested computer science than gunslinging. The result is campy, poorly acted, and a cruddy departure from the tone of the story. The Japanese version of the movie is significantly different, but not enough so to change anyone's mind who hated it in the first place. As Roger Ebert said in his review, Johnny Mnemonic is one of the great goofy gestures of recent cinema, a movie that doesn't deserve 1 nanosecond of serious analysis but has a kind of idiotic grandeur that makes you almost forgive it. Dune. Frank Herbert's psychedelic masterpiece Dune is a hard book to adapt. Certainly, the brilliant David Lynch was unable to hit the mark. In fact, making this film was such a nightmare, he swore off blockbusters for the rest of his career. Fun fact: George Lucas asked Lynch to direct Return of the Jedi just a few years before. While Dune is the story of a spice war between two noble families, it's also a far-out exploration of Eastern philosophy and religion, as well as environmentalism, classism, and politics. It's a slow-burning, surreal trip through a desert planet that seeks to emulate the effects of the melange of powerful spice that can prolong life, enable starships to travel long distances in the blink of an eye, and, most importantly, get people high at the heart of the story. The multi-layered drug trip of a novel was too much for Lynch, who, while seemingly perfect for the job, had to deal with big Hollywood expectations. Lynch's rough cut of the film was longer than 4 hours, which was unacceptable. Producer Dino De Laurentiis cut the film himself, neutering the story's philosophical qualities, character backstories, and general background information. Added voiceover to explain aspects of the story in a concise manner didn't help much. Dune is a story that needs more than 2 hours to tell something. Lynch, De Laurentiis, and Universal Pictures learned the hard way. The movie was a massive critical and box office failure. More Dune 81 of 103, the best-selling books of all time 47 of 155, the greatest American novels 84 of 1235, the best novels ever written. John Carter of Mars. John Carter of Mars. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Ender's Game. Ender's Game. I'm Legend. I Am Legend. World War Z. World War Z. Valerian and Laureline. Valerian and Laureline. The Time Machine. The Time Machine. Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell. The Giver. The Giver. The Dark Tower.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care. Bye.